Wednesday, YouTube. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about pickup ratios. I get a lot of you guys that are joining Herrera BPO's network here in the last week and a half. And the number one question I get is pickups. And I know you guys want to hear that my campaigns have 100% pickup ratio, but that's not true. It's not a fact. We're striving every single day on the client side to work on their agents and their verifiers pickup rates, but it's not a perfect science. And when you're dealing with a high volume of calls like what we're doing right now, it makes things a little bit more complicating. I mean, it's about midday here in Northern California, and our BPO network, we've delivered approximately 5,000 calls, if not more, by this time of the day. And we still got another 3 hours to go strong. And we feel really, really good that we'll have, maybe a 10,000 transfer day. But again, pickup. So I wanted to drop this video to explain to you guys some of the things that's going to hurt your pickup rates when you're working in a uncapped campaign. First one is going to be not filling out that web form properly. If you send the transfer through, but you don't do the web form correctly, it's going to mess up the connectivity and it's going to come back as a rejection or as dead air, and that costs money. The next one, and I believe is important, is if the client truly isn't interested for this Medicare topic, if they're not interested in those first 90 seconds buffer time, they're going to get rejected. And the third one, and the most important one, is DNC compliance. A lot of centers are calling on leads that are older, so DNC needs to be 100% on point because that is a major liability. And a lot of the centers, whether small, mainly the small ones, they struggle with this part of their compliance department because their DNC scrubbing systems are not accurate. They're not updated every single month like they should be. So when all that traffic's coming through the lines and the clients are on a DNC, it just hurts the connection and the amount of leads that you're able to bill. That's the biggest issue. I had a BPO partner call me today, and the first thing he told me was, "Boss, you gotta change campaigns, put me on final expense. This pickup ratio is nasty." So I took a few minutes and talked to this gentleman, and I asked him, I said, "Look, how many calls have you sent so far this morning?" And he's like, "Well, so far we've sent 35 calls." I'm like, "Okay, so it's a smaller group, right?" And I said, "Okay, so how many of them made it through the verifying process?" 22. So 65% or so of this small call center's traffic made it past the verifier, and this man was panicking because he was at 65%. Now, I get it. It's not perfect. But we started looking at those other little areas, the DNC system, the quality of the call. And we discovered that he was losing calls because of the web form. You see, the web form, when the call center is working on your lead, they fill out a web form with a name, customer requirements, and then they hit send, and then they send the call live. If they send the call before the web form, there's issues. So this gentleman was able to see this and make the adjustment. And I share this because a lot of you guys aren't really looking at those reports. You guys are just trying to put the blame on the agency because they're not picking up your phone calls fast enough. So, currently we're onboarding more staff. I have several uncapped clients that, are taking thousands of calls every day. And honestly, I can't do it by myself. I'm not really a call center guy. I am really pushing the BPO business. So I have the client and also have the staff that can deliver all these services. And that's really my focus. So if you're watching this, give me a call, okay? My phone has been on fire the last few days. I ask for you to be a little patient because I myself are doing the interviews. I am calling every one of you guys back and having a conversation. And let me tell you what, it has been awesome to do that. I've been able to talk to a lot of you guys that are now part of our network. And it's just amazing how many years, we've been plugging away, on LinkedIn, for example, YouTube. And, a lot of you guys, have seen, when we first started years ago, and here we are today. And it's just so cool to hear these stories come out. Last night I was talking to my friend Zaire, and Zaire was telling me, he's like, dude, I remember in 2014 when you had a meeting with Tom Sloan, and this is before everybody was really pushing final expense like they are now. And here we are in 2022. So give me an opportunity. It's not perfect, but I do have a lot of clients that need the volume. And if you're able to work with me on the first couple days of getting you onboarded, and you have the patience, and more than anything, you have grace to deal with IT issues, to deal with new reporting systems, call me. If you're going to be a prima donna, you're going to complain every hour of the day, you know what? Stay where you're at. Don't come here. No negativity allowed. So you guys enjoy your day. Give me a call. We're open for final expense and Medicare uncapped. So give me a call. Peace.